Today is January 24th, so we're reading Proverbs chapter 24 together. I hope you'll join us in reading. And then after watching this video, I'd love to hear some feedback about what God is teaching you through His Word today. Several places I want to look at in Proverbs 24. One that as I read, I kind of reinterpret it a little bit. So verse 13 and 14 says, "My son, eat honey, for it is good, and the drippings of the honeycomb are sweet to your taste." I love when I find a Bible verse that gives me an excuse to eat something sweet. As I reinterpret that, I read, "My son, eat donuts, for it is good." That sounds good to me. And the drippings of a honeycomb are sweet to your taste. What this is setting us up is verse 14. You eat the honey, you eat the sweetness, you taste how good it is. Then verse 14 reminds us, "Know that wisdom is such to your soul. If you find it, there will be a future and your hope will not be cut off." As we seek after wisdom of God, we know that it's good. And if we would only taste it, if we would only engulf ourselves in it, we would find that it is good, it is sweet to our taste, it is pleasing for us. A few verses later, kind of a whole different note, verses 17 and 18 give us a warning that I think is applicable to us, especially in a divided country. Now, verse 17 and 18 say, "Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it and be displeased and turn his anger away from him." That phrase, "do not rejoice when your enemy falls," I have to say I'm guilty of this. There are times that I see things happen and I go, well, they deserve that and that serves them right. And when my enemy falls, I'm quick to rejoice and think they got what's coming to them. Now, there's a warning here. Don't do that. God does not rejoice in seeing people fall. Neither should we. His desire, according to the New Testament, is to see all people come to salvation, to see all people benefit from the blessing of knowing Him. And so we find no pleasure, should find no pleasure when our enemies fall. And so that's convicting to us because many times we do. And last, I want to look at verses 24 and 25. It says, "Whoever says to the wicked, 'You are right,' will be cursed by peoples, abhorred by nations. But those who rebuke the wicked will have delight, and a good blessing will come upon them." So in this verse, it's a reminder that not only do we need to do what's right, but we need to be careful not to tell people who are doing wrong that it's okay what they're doing, that it's right. Again, our culture is in a time where everybody has to be right about what they do. And the Proverbs are telling us here a warning. Don't call things right that are evil. Make sure you stand up for what truth is and be obedient to God, even in what you approve of.